Tail the tape for this one. You can see Ciaran Clarke is the number 9 ranked bantamweight. Dean Garnett hopes to get into the top 10 with a win over the young undefeated fighter. Garnett is 7 years older, 2 inches shorter, and you can see the reach advantage favors Ciaran Clarke.
Fight fans, this bout is scheduled for 3 rounds in the PFL Bantamweight division. First, let's take things over to the blue corner and introduce a man with a record of 14-4-1. 9 wins by way of stoppage, 6 of those finishes coming in the first round. He weighed in at 135.6 pounds. He's a former Hexagon MMA featherweight champion, representing Liverpool, England, Dean Garnett. Across the cage in the red corner, with a record of 10 victories without a single defeat, 6 wins by way of stoppage. He weighed in at 135.2 pounds, representing Drogheda, County Louth, Ireland. He is Ciaran Clarke. And your referee for this bout is Brian Miner.
Green on green again. It'll be Dean Garnett in the highlighter green. Emerald for Ciaran Clarke.
Ready? Ready? Fight.
A lot of skills in the cage for this fight. Really talented athletes, both of these. Good experience, good technical knowledge. Good counter jab there from Dean as he was backing up.
Dan, I think we're going to see striking, especially early, from both guys, because proficiency on either side of this one in the grappling, probably not a high percentage move to try to submit Dean Garnett.
I mean, the reality is Ciaran Clarke could waste a lot of energy trying to take Dean Garnett down, especially at this point in the fight when he's very fresh. The smart thing to do would be to wear him down a little bit, maybe pull him into a confidence that he's just going to stand and trade, and that's when Ciaran Clarke comes in with the takedown. See a bit of redness around the eye of Ciaran Clarke. That was a good gazelle hook, though, that lead hook that he threw there.
Sharp kick to the lead calf from Dean Garnett.
Oh, and again with the left hook. That one stung Deanie stiff for a moment.
Extra wide with those hooks.
The danger is, as you were talking about, is that he dips as he's throwing that left hook. Very much like Gervonta Davis does, but no one thinks Gervonta Davis is going to level change, so you expect the hook. Whereas when Ciaran Clarke dips and flies forward, you could be expecting a takedown attempt. See some blood on the face of Ciaran Clarke, just above his eye, perhaps?
I think it's just redness for now. Maybe a little bit over that left eye. Hard to tell. If so, it's right in the hairline.
Tried again with that long hook. Oh! Spinning elbow!
Spinning back elbow! And
Wow!
Dean Garnett knocks out Ciaran Clarke!
Wow!
Yeah, baby!
What timing! What a performance! That was a great spinning elbow. My goodness, I'm looking forward to seeing that replay.
At 37 years old, Dean Garnett just handed Ciaran Clarke his very first loss as a professional.
Very impressive. It sounds to me like the team have been preparing that spinning elbow. That was unreal.
So fortunate to be here, PFL, thank you.
What timing on that? Ciaran's wobbly, but he's getting embraced by Dean Garnett, who is absolutely ecstatic with that finish.
It's hard to do it any better than that. Well timed, well placed. And you see Dean Garnett there sharing a moment with the competition over with John Kavanagh.
So here we are, Ciaran Clarke stepping in, drops his right hand down to his chin as he throws his left and gets caught with the spinning elbow. There it is, wide open, right on the cheekbone. Let's listen to this crack. Oh!
I know baseball's not big in Ireland, but that sounds like a home run off a wooden bat.
Holy moly. We got another angle here from the truck, I think. Oh, here it is. Pow! You could see the recoil go through the hair of Ciaran Clarke there. Huge finish for Dean Garnett.
And what a win for Dean Garnett. I mean, redemption and then some from the controversial loss in the PFL European Championship bout. Greg Hamilton will make this one official, and then I want to hear what Dean Garnett has to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Brian Miner stops the fight 1 minute and 52 seconds into round one for your winner by knockout, Dean Garnett.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the winner, Dean Garnett. That was incredible, but you want something to say. I can tell you've got something to say. Go on.
I just want to say that as a Scouser, we're basically Irish, all four grandparents are Irish, so up the Irish! Loads of respect for Ciaran Clarke. I just really fancied this matchup. I just liked it, Dan. I've been throwing that spinning elbow, been fighting a lot of southpaws, haven't I? 3 on the bounce, spar Marlon Jones a lot. And I've been throwing that elbow all the time and landing it. Like, just every session I do. And as soon as he went southpaw, I went, oh my God, he's about to get elbowed. So, yeah, that's something I've landed maybe 100 times in the last 2 months.
That was something actually that your coaches, as they were coming up the steps, they looked over and they said, we've been doing that in camp over and over again.
Yeah, I've been, like, probably in some of them fights, being a little bit too worried about keeping tight, and I felt today I was trying to be more loose and reactive, and yeah, I just had a bit of a chip on my shoulder coming into this, you know, weren't happy about the final. And I really do want to fight in America against Sergio Pettis, Ruffian Stotts. Give me a yank next, and then get me right in that top 5, Dan. I've got 5 fights, then I'm retiring. I want to run at that belt. I want to fight some of the best guys in the world, and I want to be in there. So please, let me move up the rankings. I don't want to be looking behind, Dan. I want to be going forward.
Look, he's ranked. That was a big performance, a stoppage. I do want to ask you what you said to his corner team after, though. Yeah,
I'm just a big fan of John Kavanagh, and when I was at, me and Liam were talking about maybe going over to SPG, and then the fight offer comes in and fight one of his guys. So I just said, you know, planning to come and train with you guys. So it was just nice to chat to John, and again, just knowing Ciaran, I've thought we might bump into each other, followed him on the scene for a long time, and he's just one of them guys I respect. Like, you know, obviously for me, it's all about the fighting, doing the talking. Been nothing but respect between me and him since, you know, the fight was announced, and, you know, I want to see him do well.
Look, we had a lot of movement in the bantamweight division, obviously. Sergio lost last weekend to Mitch McKee. Havalov's moved up as well. Like, call your shot. Who would you like next, ideally?
Like I said, if you give me one of them 2 guys who lost, Ruffian Stotts or Sergio, and then you know, I can ask for a guy in the top 10 who's got a win streak. But I think, you know, get me to the States. I should have my visa in the post any day now. And I want to get out to America and fight in America, Dan, so please, let's make it happen before I retire. And I really want to run at this belt. I think I've got the potential to be a PFL champion, I really do. I would have loved to have shown some grappling in that fight, because Ciaran is an expert on the ground, and I believe I am too. So it would have been nice to get the grappling off, but I'm not going to complain with a spinning back elbow, Dan, come on.
No, you can't complain too much about that, and you're going to need your grappling against those guys at the top of the division anyway, but we've got to see you up there.
Thank you. Yeah, I want to say thank you to PFL, unbelievable promotion. I love all the guys who work in the back, everyone involved with the promotion's amazing. Up the Irish!
Ladies and gentlemen, Dean Garnett!
Click below to subscribe and watch more MMA content.